there is one question I must ask, and I'll put it in this form. Why the hell isn't Roger Craig in the Hall of Fame already?
We had a big conversation about this last time.
And it ain't stopped either.
No, it hasn't.
Why? Listen.
I mean, the stats.
I've had so many people ask me who my favorite running backs are. Of course, I love Walter Payton. Of course, I love Barry Sanders. Of course, I love Thurman Thomas. Mm-hmm. But I always put Roger Craig on that list for one reason. He's the first running back in history. Marshall Faulk has duplicated, and now Christian McCaffrey is duplicated. 1,000 season.
Yeah.
1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving. Where is his gold jacket?
I mean, we talked about this. When it comes to, like, for me, running backs, it's always going to be Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith.
And Roger Craig. I forgot Emmitt Smith. Thank you for reminding me that. I'm foolish for forgetting damn it Smith, because I'm mad at Emmitt Smith because he kept breaking our hearts. But Emmitt Smith, wonderful. Okay. My top 5 running backs, and in no particular order, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Thurman Thomas, Roger Craig.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you, Franco Harris. Okay. Don't get it twisted. I love Franco Harris. I love Billy Sims, but damn it, where is Roger Craig's gold jacket?
Let's not forget Jim Brown.
No, let's not forget Jim Brown. Let's not forget the Syracuse man.
But the thing is, and we talked about this off camera, is that there is, in my opinion, there's been this big issue with allowing multiple media beat writers to be the voting majority.
Yeah. Kevin 3905, Nightfall Drop, and Raw Dogs all joining us here on this edition. And Kevin, there are 2 other running backs with 1,000 season. Marshall Faulk is one. The other is Christian McCaffrey. The other is Christian McCaffrey. And if y'all ain't careful, McCaffrey will be the only one to do it twice.
Yeah. Well, who's going to stop him? Right now, it's $1 million question. That man has had a renaissance, the likes of what we have never seen before.
And I'm praying that when week 1 gets here, he destroys Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
Because
he destroys everybody. But this is about Roger Craig. This is the man who originated the 1,000 season. This is the man who originated the jackknife running back position.
Right.
This is about the man who came into the league as a fullback in 1983 when he was drafted by the 49ers. Thank you, Bill Walsh. He came into this league as a fullback.
But to me, the big problem is that, and let's not kid ourselves, a lot of these beat writers have biases. Whether it's they've been snubbed at a particular interview, or they just don't like the person. They're more of a homer for their particular team. They're like, there's no way I'm letting Roger Craig in.
Not like, well, Nightfall Drop said it best, because his achievements were overshadowed by Joe Cool and Jerry Rice and the West Coast offense, which took all the glory. And he's right.
Fair.
He's right. That's a very, that's a fact.
That's a fair argument.
Let's just be real. That's a fact.
My question is why would that overshadow it? It should be a part of it.
It absolutely should be a part of it. But and in your thinking and saying again, some of the beat writers just didn't like him, and yet they're holding one fumble, January 13th, 1991, against the Giants when the Niners were busy sealing the game. They're holding that fumble against him.
Name a running back that has not fumbled the football.
Let's see. Well, there's he's dropped the ball here. Oh, wait, he's dropped the ball too. Oh, wait, there's Nick Chubb's fumbled the ball too. Hey, wait, there's Kevin Mack when he was with he dropped the ball against the Jets. Oh, I got it. James Conner. No, he got pulverized by the 49ers and he fumbled the football. I can't find anybody.
No running back is perfect. Some are going to get tackled for a loss. Some are going to make a mistake. Some are going to fumble the football. That's just the way football goes.
Mm-hmm.
Every quarterback is going to throw an interception. Every receiver is going to drop a pass. Every running back is going to fumble the football. The only thing that your job entails is that you limit the amount of times that you do that. It is unacceptable for anyone to keep someone out of a high ranking award like that because one fumble. Or
yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous the way they keep holding Roger Craig out. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely, forgive the use of this word, Jody, asinine.
There needs to be a large ruckus as to why.
Oh, Roger I'm raising. And
I mean, more people need to know about this.
Gotcha.
To make it an uproar.
There's a lot of us that need to raise a ruckus of why this man, number 33 out of Nebraska, Roger Craig, is not in the Hall of Fame.
I mean,
and if the 49ers were smart, they retire his number.
I mean, think of how many people rose a stink about Terrell Owens.
Why haven't they raised the same stink by Roger Craig?
Right. I mean, that needs to be something that's addressed.
Quick side note: I just got my first client to do a website for.
Nice. Nightfall makes a good point. Fumbles didn't stop Tiki Barber.
And thank you, Kevin, for saying 92 receptions in 85. Okay,
right.
1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving came on 92 receptions. 92 receptions.
And Nightfall drop us a good one here. Fumbles didn't seem to stop Tiki Barber.
Nope. They didn't.
His first couple of years in the league, he almost played for the opposing team.
They didn't seem to stop Emmitt Smith.
No.
They didn't seem to stop Thurman Thomas. They didn't seem to stop Barry Sanders, and Barry Sanders did drop the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Jim Brown did too. Every running back, Victor just said it, every running back that has played in the NFL, in particular in the Super Bowl area, has dropped the ball.
That's fumbled the football. It's what happens. Sometimes the handoff isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining. Sometimes when the ball is wet, it's going to
things happen.
The Peanut Tillman punch.
I hate you, Peanut Tillman, but I love you at the same time.
The Peanut Tillman punch. Most people couldn't even hold to the football.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens. Some defensive players learn how to pop the ball loose.
Exactly. Or they plain strip it.
Right.
Lawrence Taylor.
All
right. Mike Singletary. Brian Urlacher.
Brian Urlacher.
Ray Bleeping Lewis.
Lance Briggs.
Ray Bleeping Lewis.
Lance
Briggs. Reggie White.
It's something that happens. It's a part of the game.
It is.
Does he have Super Bowl rings? Yes, he does. You already said 1,000 season. Those things alone should be like, yeah, he needs to be in there. Especially if you put Joe Montana and Jerry Rice there. Roger Craig needs to be in there as well.
He has 3 rings. Who's singing?
My phone. It is unfair.
It is unfair
to say that Joe Montana, he did enough to go into the Hall of Fame. Jerry Rice, he did enough. Roger Craig, I don't know about that one.
Another fellow who deserves a gold jacket, will never get one. Anybody who knows 1980s football should remember this name. John Taylor,
JT.
John Taylor. Where's his gold jacket?
Good question.
Where's Roger Craig and John Taylor's gold jacket? Where's Tom Rathman's gold jacket? This next one's for you. Where is Daryl Moose Johnston's gold
Johnston's.
jacket?
I wish I knew.
Where's Daryl Johnston's gold jacket? Where's the gold jacket for the great fullbacks of the 80s? Matsui, Tom Rathman, Daryl Johnston. Huh? What the hell is that?
Let's be frank. Most people have forgotten or decided not to care about the fullback position.
Well, I do. I played the position.
I do too.
I've played the position.
I love the fullback position. I'm just saying that the majority of today's football fan, let's say
true,
today's football fan, they're looking at only 3 positions: wide receiver, quarterback, and running back. That's it. And really, it's down to just receiver and quarterback. They're not even looking at the running back that much anymore.
They're not even looking at the running back position. They're not even trying to look at the run. They don't hand out gold jackets for supporting cast. Well, they should. Kevin, you and I can talk 49ers all day. Nightfall drop. Hell, Victor also, because Victor's watched 80s football. Okay. Mm-hmm. Though he's a football baby of the 90s with the 90s Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
We can talk football all day. Old school, true smash mouth, in your face and down your throat football all day. And every player that I have mentioned, fullback, running back, deserves a gold jacket. And it starts with Roger Craig.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson destroyed the halfback position with his back by committee philosophy. Yeah, true, until he found Emmitt Smith and Daryl Johnston. He had to find those two. Or those two had to find him.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a matter of just finding the right pieces to fit around the puzzle.
Exactly.
MJ.
It is.
I mean, look at MJ. MJ was a complete player. We all know that. Became his raw airness. But to become a champion, there were more pieces than just the cornerstone. You needed other pieces to come around. Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, John Paxson, Bill Cartwright, B.J. Armstrong, Stacey King, Will Perdue, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, Steve Kerr, Ron Harper, John Spider Sally. If you really want to get technical.
James Buddha Edwards, who spent some time as a Laker, to my surprise, 1992-93, after his years with first the Suns and then the Detroit Pistons. There's another great fullback, William Floyd.
William Floyd, yes.
William Floyd.
It just seems that there's been a large like ignoring of the running backs and fullbacks, especially of yesteryear, but even now. And right now, the guy who's bringing it back is CMC.
And y'all know I love Roger Craig. I mean, if I advocate for anybody that deserves their gold jacket in the Hall of Fame because of the impact they've had on one team, hello,
it's
Roger Craig. Matter of fact, where is this clip? Y'all want to know? I will show you if I have it, and I'm praying to God I do.
You should. You used it like a couple weeks ago.
I should have it. Where are you at? There it is. I do have it. Y'all want to take a look.
And it gives those guys a little extra weight. Roger Craig, still on his feet, still running. What a run by Roger Craig. You'll never see a better one than that.
And what's terrifying about that is that he should have been stopped well before that.
He should have been stopped 3 times.
And he ran through defenders.
He ran through everyone.
That's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. If you're a defender, you see half of your guys just getting knocked over, you're like, I'm not going after him. I'm not staying in his way. I will roll out the red carpet for him. He could dance into the end zone for all I care. I am not taking that hit. And there were some guys who You just didn't want to get hit by them because they ran so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Emmitt Smith was one. Barry Sanders was the beast of that. There were guys who literally leapt out of the way for Barry Sanders.
Tony Casillas, anyone?
I agree. It makes you wonder, what writer did Roger make mad?
I don't think he made anybody. I don't think he made any. How can you make anybody? How can Roger Craig make anyone mad with that 2-foot smile he has? Huh?
Well, like I said,
It makes you wonder what. And Nightfall, you just said it. It makes you wonder what writer Roger Craig pissed off, because during that time, the writers determined who got in and who didn't. Victor, you said this earlier.
And I don't think it's that much different now.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it could be a bias. I mean,
I think it is.
What if I'm gonna throw my own team on the bus? What if one of the writers is a Cowboys fan and didn't like Roger Craig?
Then I will hit you.
Me, I want him to be in.
I'll hit you in the throat and kick you in the leg. No, I won't. No, I won't. I won't do that. For anybody who knows Victor and me, know we joke like that all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, listen. Let me show you again if there's any play that is Hall of Fame worthy. It's this one.
And they give those guys a little extra weight. Roger Craig still on his feet,
Right there, at the
still
30,
running.
he should have been down.
What a run
At the
by
20, he
Roger
should have been
Craig.
down.
You'll never see a better one than that. From 46 yards. That's going to be a lot of highlights for a long time. What an effort by Roger Craig.
John Robinson was just saying yesterday he thinks right now Roger Craig is the best running back in the league. And I can see why. You know, he has that.
Take a look at this in slow
getting those
motion.
Knees high and keeping the shoulders low. And he makes every team
Goes
look
right
like
through the
they're
hole.
bad tacklers. Watch, when
Right
he
here,
did
he should have
that
been down because he
knee
ran
action,
straight into him.
keeps those feet going like two
Got stopped there.
pistons.
Bam, bull
At
rushed
the
him. He
same
should have
time
been
that the
down
knees
there.
are going high and keeping going.
Still
The
moving.
shoulder can get low to take on a tackler. I tell you, that is an amazing
And
ability that
in.
this guy has.
And
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Hall of Famer.
I'm loving Nightfall's comments, man. And Skip Bayless showed his bias. Were on the East Coast, and the Niners ran off the field most of the time. Also, he said for that jihad against Terrell Owens, which I absolutely
And it's a jihad now against Roger Craig.
I absolutely lambasted Skip Bayless for that.
You ain't the only one.
I absolutely shredded.
I roasted the daylights out of Skip Bayless for that. You know what? Terrell Owens to me is a fantastic player. Okay.
Yes.
There are sometimes he royally pissed me off. Let's not get it twisted. But Terrell Owens is a fantastic individual and a fantastic football player, and absolutely deserves his gold jacket.
I'll give you the play, and I know it's a controversial one, but it's the play that made me really like Terrell Owens. The Sharpie. The Sharpie moment.
Seattle, 2001. Yep. Seattle.
And why? Because everyone got up in there, got their panties in the bunch because, oh, you shouldn't do this taunting enemy team. I'm like, did you see Seattle's tackling that game?
Piss poor. Thank you, Dad.
And
piss poor.
my favorite receiver, Michael Irvin, said, if you don't want that to happen, guess what you do? You don't let them score.
You don't let them score. Yep.
Don't let them score. That tackling was so doggone poor.
Say it right.
It was
piss poor.
Yes, it was piss poor. Couldn't drop a rain in a bucket. And yet, Terrell made it look easy and said, hey, you know what? One of my business partners there, let me go ahead and autograph football and give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course,
listen, there were times Terrell Owens was a clown and I didn't appreciate it at first. I do now.
Well, let's also he also did kind of bring in the renaissance of people using outside, props. Joe Horn and the cell phone.
Yeah, Joe Horn. Yeah.
There was a lot of people who were like, oh.
And then there's some guy named George Kittle.
George Animal Kittle.
Then you hated him when he played it. You're right. But you know what? Terrell Owens is Terrell Owens. Okay. And Roger Craig is Roger Craig. Okay, tell me why in the hell he does not have a gold jacket. We got plenty of reasons. Make your comments down below. He should have his gold jacket. He should have gotten it when he retired. And there's a conspiracy against Roger Craig and John Taylor and Tom Rathman and who else did I say? Daryl Johnston, William Floyd, and many others.
And think about this. Another one that made me laugh that Terrell happened when Terrell Owens, I think he was with Philly, scores a touchdown, so I had to stand in the middle of the Dallas Star and got clobbered for it. Oh, he was with Frisco. He was with Frisco. Okay.
That was 2000. It was against Dallas, in Dallas. And Emmitt Smith pummeled his ass the second time.
He got clobbered.
And
I understood. You don't stand in the middle of that star.
Terrell deserved it the second time when Emmitt Smith clobbered him. But the referees knew what was going on. They didn't hand out any penalties. They didn't suspend anybody. They're like, hey, they're defending their turf.
Right. But
in a game that Frisco won.
But what was wonderful is that when he did play with Dallas and he did score a touchdown, he stood in the star again and got standing out.
And paid respect to it.
Right.
And paid absolute respect to it. Brent Jones, underrated tight end. John Frank, another underrated tight end. Desmond Clark, Emery Moorhead. Right? How about those guys? How about Mark Bavaro?
Another.
I hate you, Mark Bavaro, but I love you at the same time. Mark Bavaro was the man to me at tight end.
That's another position that has been kind of gone by the wayside. It's a tight end.
There's a tight end. Tight ends and fullbacks.
Greg Olson.
Right?
Greg Olson?
See, the thing that saved Greg Olson's career was getting out of Chicago.
Yeah. Well, once they decided to kind of do away with Desmond Clark, I figured that that Greg wasn't too far behind.
Yeah, and at the same time, you had Jay Cutler throwing to him.
I mean, Jeremy Shockey.
3rd round pick out of Miami.
He was beast of a tight end.
He was a backup tight end. I hated Mark Bavaro too, but damn, he was so good. I loved Bavaro. Bavaro was like, how did Al Michaels describe him? Bavaro was like Sylvester Stallone. He didn't care.
No.
He didn't care if he had Ronnie Lott on him. He didn't care who else. If he had Carlton Williamson on him on a Monday night game, he carried their asses.
Yes, he did.
And I love it. I played the fullback, tight end. I played the fullback position. I played the tight end position. I played the offensive line position. I'll leave it there. We gotta take a few minutes.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. That was Snowman's take. What is yours?